Hi, this is Derek with Optic, and today we are checking out the Benelli Lupo. Okay, so Lupo is Italian for wolf. Doesn't quite look like a wolf, but it does look like most of their shotguns, so we do expect to find some of the DNA from their shotguns fitted to this rifle. And we see that right away with the buttstock. We see the progressive comfort recoil pad on this, which has a little bit of give to it to really take down the felt recoil. The length of pull is set at the factory at 13 3/4 inches. The cheek rest is their comb tech, so it does have a pretty squishy feel to it to reduce the felt recoil to your face. And the stock is able to accept shims between the stock and the receiver to control things like the cast, the drop, and the trigger reach, which is a very nice feature not seen on many rifles. The actual shape of it does kind of remind me of the Vinci and some of their other guns. The shape is a bit atypical, but you know what? It has a really good feeling, and the way that your trigger finger reaches for it, the trigger, it just feels really nice, and it's a pretty well designed system there as far as the shape of it goes. And the trigger guard is big enough, and I tested this myself, to fit it with a large glove. I tested it with a Sitka cold front glove, and it fit there quite nicely. Moving up here, we have the receiver, which is bedded in this aluminum sort of chassis here. The trigger is adjustable from 2.2 to 4.4 pounds and comes in right around the 3, maybe 3.2 mark set from the factory. The bolt is a 60-degree throw, which is very nice. That way you don't hit your optic when you're trying to cycle the bolt. And the bolt itself is chrome lined. That way it's very nice to clean. It doesn't really corrode or oxidize, and it is very smooth as a result. The top of the receiver is fitted with a 2-piece Picatinny rail with 0 minute of angle built into it. As you can see here, we have some vortex rings that are holding this Swarovski Z6 scope for the test here. The magazine system is a 4-round for a Magnum, 5-round for a medium round like the 270 and the 30-06. It can be top loaded while it's in the gun, and I do like this little cutout here, which means that you can load the mag without having to lift the rifle up if you're on the bench or some other tight position. The calibers that this is offered in is 270, 30-06, and 300 Win Mag. I do expect them to make more in the future if this rifle really takes off, but for now those will cover pretty much all the game in North America. The fore end here is a very nice shape. I find it very comfortable to use and very stable. It has a sling mount that's integrated into the front bottom section of it here. Should you want to put a bipod on it, you can get a self-tapping sling stud, which would install right where this circle piece is here. Moving on to the barrel, it is a hammer forged chromoly free floated barrel with a 5/8 by 24 muzzle thread on the end of it, and I do expect some pretty good groups out of it. From what I've seen from other people shooting it, they're getting well under 1 MOA with 165 and 180 grain 30-06, which is what we have here. So we're going to try that and see how it shoots. Now, we were going to do this at the farm where we prefer to do all the shoots, but there was a bridge out, and because the farm is fairly remote, we would have had to drive almost all the way to Scranton to go and get there. So that's a bit out of the way. So luckily, on our way back, we found this piece of property here. The owners seem to have gone to work, so I'm pretty sure they wouldn't mind if we borrowed their backyard for a little bit. So, as I've said, this rifle is excellent feeling for offhand shooting. I think it's very stable, but to test some accuracy, pulling out all the stops here. So, got some Norma 30-06 165 grain in it right now. Let's wake the neighbors. Dusty. That works. All right. Let's go check it out. Okay, so this is a nice little group right here. The Mirage was pretty nasty, but it was still able to make out a group here. I reckon that's around 3/4 MOA, maybe a hair over. For a hunting rifle, I mean, that's plenty sufficient. And yeah, with no Mirage, I'll bet you that could have tightened up a little bit, but yeah, pretty happy with that. Okay, so that is the Benelli Lupo. Some final impressions. I do like the ergonomics a lot. I think it's a very well-fitting rifle and very stable. I do like how it shot. It was under 1 MOA at 100 yards with some normal 165 grain ammo, so can't ask for more than that. And it's definitely a rifle worthy of your consideration. So if you did like this video, please give it a like and subscribe. The more that we have of that, the more cool stuff we can do. And please also like and follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and we'll see you next time.